but I'm immediately withdrawing from the unfair one-sided Paris Climate Accord ripoff.
The 47th American President Donald Trump announced after taking oath that the U.S. would leave the World Health Organization, claiming the organization has handled the COVID-19 pandemic and other global health emergencies poorly. Trump said that the WHO had not acted without the inappropriate political influence of WHO member states, and that the U.S. was being asked to make unfairly onerous payments that were out of proportion to the amounts contributed by other, bigger nations like China.
They had $1.4 billion. They were paying $39 million. We were paying $500 million. It seemed a little unfair to me.
Everyone takes advantage of the United States, including World Health. Shortly after taking office for a second term, Trump declared, "It's not going to happen anymore," when he signed an executive order on the pullout.
China pays $39 million, and we pay $500 million. And China's a bigger country.
A request for comment was not immediately answered by the WHO. As a result of the action, the United States will no longer fund the United Nations Health Organization and will withdraw from its operations in a year. With over 18% of the WHO's total financing, the U.S. is by far its largest financial supporter. The most current two-year budget for WHO was $6.8 billion for 2024 to 2025. According to a number of experts both inside and outside the WHO, the U.S. withdrawal is likely to jeopardize programs throughout the organization, particularly those that address HIV/AIDS, other health emergencies, and tuberculosis, the leading infectious disease killer in the world. For the second time in 10 years, President Donald Trump pulled the United States out of the Paris Climate Agreement on Monday, cutting out the largest emitter in history from international efforts to combat climate change.
The next item here is the withdrawal from the Paris Climate Treaty.
Along with Iran, Libya, and Yemen, the United States is now the sole nation outside the 2015 agreement, which called for states to keep global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit over pre-industrial levels in order to prevent the worst effects of climate change. It aligns with Trump's larger goal of releasing American oil and gas drillers from regulation so they may optimize production, and reflects his skepticism about global warming, which he has labeled a hoax. Trump, flanked by fans at the Capital One Arena in Washington, signed the executive order pulling out of the agreement. Trump also declared, "America will not sabotage our own industries while China pollutes with impunity."
The United States will not sabotage our own industries while China pollutes with impunity.
Spoke on behalf of the General Assembly, Associate UN spokesperson Florencia Soto Nino stated that in spite of the withdrawal, U.S. cities, states, and corporations will keep on to demonstrate vision and leadership by working for the low-carbon, resilient economic growth that will create superior jobs.